The 4th floor of my dorm has a haunted bathroom. They say, never go in there alone after midnight. And if you must, never look at the last stall. Decades ago, a music student hung herself in that last stall. She was wearing a long white evening gown, right after her fiancé broke off their engagement. Now she's still there. They say she hates people in love, and she absolutely despises anyone who doesn't believe in her. Our room, 4B, was right across the hall. That position meant we heard everything: the creaking door, the dripping water, and sometimes other sounds. You girls have to be careful, Moira, our floor leader, warned us. We were huddled in her room that night. Moira was a final year history major, and she believed in everything old. This isn't a joke. She looked straight at us, her eyes serious. Last year, a senior got into a fight with her boyfriend. She ran in there at 2 a.m. crying. They found her the next morning, silent, just clawing at her own throat. A silence fell over the room. The doctor said, Moira whispered. Her throat was clogged with a thick clump of long black hair. But her hair, she paused, was bleached platinum blonde. I shivered. The air in the room seemed to drop a few degrees. Rubbish, Chloe laughed. It was a short, sharp, mocking sound. Chloe was my best friend and also the most skeptical person I'd ever met. A clump of hair sounds like a B-movie. You just heard it from someone else, right? Chloe, I hissed, elbowing her. You're in Scotland. Show some respect. Respect what, Anna? She shrugged. Old plumbing. If ghosts were real, my name wouldn't be Chloe. It's all in your head. Moira frowned, clearly offended. I'm just warning you. Never go alone, and never provoke what's in there. It listens. Good, Chloe smirked. I've got a few things I'd like to say to her. I wonder if she'll offer to share her noose. Around 3 a.m, I woke with a jolt. Not because of a noise, but because of the silence. The familiar drip, drip, drip from the bathroom had stopped. I heard Chloe's bed creak. I have to go, she whispered in the dark. My heart seized. Go where? You know where, she grumbled. I can't hold it anymore, I swallowed. Then wake Moira up. Or wait for me. Oh, come on, Chloe hissed. You actually believe that, Anna. Stop being such a coward. I'll be 5 minutes, and I'm going to prove to you it's all a hoax. She got up, not even bothering with slippers, her bare feet hitting the cold wooden floor. Don't go, Chloe, I pleaded. Moira said. Moira is an old woman who likes to scare people, she snapped. And it's just a bathroom. You just lie there and shiver. I heard the latch on room 4B click, the sound of her bare feet padding down the hall. I sat up, hugging my knees. Silence. A thick, heavy silence. The dripping hadn't started again. Then I heard the bathroom door creak open, a heavy, groaning sound, a long pause, very long. And then Chloe's voice rang out, loud and arrogant, echoing down the dark hall. Hey, white dress ghost, come out and play. Silence. My heart was pounding. I wanted to scream for her to shut up, but my throat was dry. The tap was turned on, the sound of rushing water. And then I heard it. Underneath the running water, another sound, a whisper, very quiet, like wind whistling through teeth. Huh. Chloe's voice cut through, no longer challenging, just a sound of surprise. Since when did they install a mirror here? The water shut off. The silence returned. But this time it was different. It was heavy. It was waiting. I heard a sound, a faint click, like a fingernail tapping on glass. I waited. 1 minute, 2 minutes, too long. Chloe, I called out softly. No answer. Chloe. I called louder. Only the suffocating silence. The dripping still hadn't started again. Suddenly, an icy wind blasted through the crack in our door. A wind so cold it hurt, carrying the smell of mud and rust. The single curtain in our room flapped wildly, even though the window was sealed shut. The bathroom door creaked again. Footsteps returned, slower, heavier. The wet, slapping sound of bare, soaked feet on the stone floor. The door to 4B opened. Chloe stood there. She was fine, still in her pajamas, but her face was white. Her hair was matted to her cheeks, soaking wet, as if someone had just held her head underwater. "Chloe," I breathed, my heart still clenched. "You scared me to death." She looked at me, but her eyes were empty. She looked through me as if I were just air. "So cold," she mumbled. "It's winter, why is it so cold?" She stumbled to her bed, climbed in, and pulled the covers over her head. She was shaking so violently the entire iron bed frame rattled. "Chloe, what did you see?" I asked, climbing down to her bed. I shook her shoulder. She said nothing. She just shook. I ripped the blanket off her head. "Tell me, what did you see?" She turned her face, but her eyes wouldn't look at me. They stared at the wall behind me. "It was beautiful," she whispered, her teeth chattering. "What was beautiful?" "The mirror, an oak frame carved with lilies. So intricate. The glass was perfect, not a single smudge." "Chloe, there is no mirror in there." "Yes," she hissed. "It was there. I saw it. I saw it." She suddenly sat bolt upright, her eyes wide. "It was cold. The glass was so cold, Anna. I touched it. Cold as ice." She lay back down, facing the wall. "Turn off the light. I want to sleep." For the rest of the night, she didn't say another word. Only the sound of her teeth chattering over and over. And about an hour later, I heard the dripping start again from the bathroom. Drip, drip. The next morning, I woke up to my alarm. I rubbed my eyes. The gray Edinburgh light filled the room. Chloe's bed was empty. I panicked. "Chloe!" I heard a noise from our shared bathroom. Not running water. A sound of impact. Thud, thud, thud. I ran over. The door was unlocked. I pushed it open. Chloe was standing there. She stood motionless in front of the small single mirror in our bathroom. She was still in her pajamas from last night. She was staring at her own reflection. In her hand was my ceramic mug. "Chloe, what are you doing?" She didn't turn. She just mumbled, "It's not the same." "What's not the same?" "This mirror," she said, her voice flat. "It's dirty. It has a crack in the corner. It's not the mirror from last night. The mirror last night was perfect." She slowly raised her other hand, pressing her palm against the glass. "This one is warm. The glass is warm," she whispered, horror beginning to creep into her voice. "The one last night, it was cold. It was cold as ice." "Chloe," I said, trying to stay calm, "put the mug down. You're scaring me." She didn't listen. She stared at her reflection. "Who are you?" she whispered to the image in the mirror. "Why are you here?" She snarled, a sound that wasn't Chloe. "Get out!" She raised the mug high and smashed it against the mirror. Thud. The mirror vibrated but didn't break. "Chloe, stop it!" I lunged to grab her arm. She ripped her arm away, turning to look at me. Her face was pale, but her eyes were burning with a strange light. "It's there, Anna," she hissed. "It's looking at me. Even in this dirty mirror, it's there." She raised the mug again. "I have to break it. I have to get out." I screamed, "Moira, help me!" Moira ran in from next door, still half asleep. She saw the scene. Chloe frantically trying to smash the mirror, and me trying to hold her back. It took both of us to wrestle Chloe out of the bathroom and onto her bed. She was panting, her eyes wild, staring at every reflective surface in the room. the zipper on my jacket, Moira's glasses. Moira ran to call the dorm supervisor. I sat with Chloe. She suddenly became calm, a terrifying calm. "They're not going to believe me," she whispered. "They think I'm crazy. You think I'm crazy, don't you?" I stammered. "I don't know what to think, Chloe." She looked at me, and for the first time since last night, she looked like the real Chloe, scared and desperate. "Anna, you have to believe me. Last night, in the bathroom, in the cafeteria, she was the center of attention. Not because she was lively, but because she was a mess. She refused to sit. She stood in the corner of the room, far away from the windows and the metal trays. When Moira tried to hand her a cup of tea, Chloe slapped it away. "It's in there," she screamed. "It's looking at me from the tea." Everyone stared. "Chloe," Moira whispered, trying to save face. "Calm down. You're just tired." "No," Chloe shrieked. "You don't understand. It's everywhere." She pointed to a girl wearing sunglasses at the next table. "It's there. It's in her glasses." She ran out of the cafeteria, her sobs echoing. I ran after her. "Chloe, wait." She ran back to the fourth-floor hallway. She ran to the bathroom door. She stopped. She stared at the old wooden door. "It's in there," she whispered. "It's waiting." "Then don't go in," I begged. "We'll ask to change rooms, change schools. We'll go home." "No," she said. "I have to see. I have to know." She shoved the bathroom door open. Weak daylight filtered in from the window. The room was the same. Old tile, stalls. The taps were still dripping. Drip, drip. And above the row of sinks, there was only a wall of stained, grimy tile. No mirror, no oak frame. Chloe froze. "Where is it?" she stammered. "It's gone. Yesterday it was here. It was right here. It was perfect." She stepped forward, touching the wall. The wall was cold and damp. "Impossible." She backed away, her eyes wild. "Impossible. I saw it. I touched it. I looked into it." "Saw what?" I asked, grabbing her trembling arm. Chloe turned to look at me. Her eyes dilated with a pure, raw terror, as if a horrifying truth had just slammed into her. "I saw me," she sobbed. "I stood in front of the mirror, and I made a face." She gripped my arm, her nails digging into my skin. "But the girl in the mirror, it didn't copy me." A silence fell over the group of curious students who had followed us. "It," Chloe trembled, "it just stood there, and it smiled." She backed up, hitting the opposite wall. It smiled at me, with my own face. A scream ripped through the air, a shattered, inhuman sound that came from deep inside Chloe's chest. She slid down the wall, clawing at her own face, as if trying to peel her skin off. She started screaming at the tiled wall. "Give it back! What did you do with it?" "What did you do with my face?" "Do with what, Chloe?" Moira asked, terrified. "My face!" she shrieked. "It stole my face!" She was truly gone. She stood up and started punching the tiled wall where she said the mirror had been. She punched until her knuckles were bloody. Moira and I had to fight to drag her out of there. She fought like a cornered animal. I visited Chloe in the hospital. The place was clean, the walls white, and it smelled of antiseptic. Chloe was strapped to the bed, with thick leather restraints. The room was empty. No TV, no table. The window was coated with a matte film. Even the metal bed frame was wrapped in cloth. I walked in, deliberately wearing a fuzzy wool sweater, no zippers or metal of any kind. Chloe was curled up facing the wall. "Chloe," I called softly. "It's me, Anna." She turned slowly. Her face was gaunt after only 2 days. I had never seen anyone deteriorate so quickly. She saw me. Her eyes scanned me, checking. She seemed satisfied I wasn't carrying anything dangerous. "Anna," she whispered. Her voice was a dry rasp. I knelt beside the bed. "It's everywhere," she said. "The doctors, The nurses, they don't believe me. They bring needles in here. Metal, it's in there, it's in the syringe. Chloe, I believe you. I lied. Or maybe it was the truth. I didn't know anymore. She looked at me. Her eyes were bloodshot and they darted around, but she tried to focus on me. Don't, she hissed. Don't what? Your eyes. It's in your eyes. It's looking at me. I quickly shut my eyes. My throat tightened. Please, Anna, keep your eyes closed. Don't open them. I nodded, my eyelids squeezed shut. I could hear the leather restraints straining as she shifted. It said, she whispered, her voice breaking. It said it liked my face. A long silence. I could only hear her ragged breathing. It's waiting, she sobbed. It's waiting in there. In your eyes. It's waiting to get out. A cold dread ran down my spine. I wanted to open my eyes, to run, but I kept them shut. Chloe, what do I do? Run, she hissed. Don't ever come back. Break every mirror. Don't ever look. She started screaming, a piercing, agonizing shriek that echoed down the hospital corridor. The scream of a soul being torn apart. She wasn't screaming at me. She was screaming at whatever she saw in her mind. Nurses ran in. They gave her a heavy sedative. I was pushed out. I opened my eyes. I watched Chloe fight the drugs, her eyes still locked on the shiny metal doorknob until her eyelids finally drooped. That was the last time I saw her alive. Early the next morning, the news came. Chloe was gone, in the darkest hour before dawn. The night nurse was pale. She was young. I don't understand, she trembled when I came to collect Chloe's things. We cleared everything, absolutely nothing. She took a deep breath. But when we found her, she was dead, eyes wide open. Her hand, the nurse whispered. Her hand. She was clutching a shard of broken glass. Nobody knew where the shard came from. Chloe's bed was gone. I taped black plastic over the small mirror in our bathroom. I had done it right after returning from the hospital before I even heard the news. But that night, the thirst and the dread, I had to go. I tried. I sat on my bed for an hour, legs crossed, biting my lip. But I had to go. Fear is a physical thing, but bodily needs are stronger. I told myself it was over. Chloe was gone. It wouldn't care about me. I didn't provoke it. I believed. I opened the door to 4B. The hallway was pitch black. The dripping was still there. Drip, drip. It sounded like an invitation. I walked down the hall. Every step was torture. I stood before the bathroom door. I pushed it. The familiar groaning creak. I stepped inside. The room was freezing. Weak moonlight shone through the ventilation window, casting a silver light on the wet floor. I won't look, I promised myself. I'll go in the first stall, close my eyes, and get out. I walked toward the first stall, but my eyes were pulled toward the wall above the sinks. I couldn't control it. It wasn't tile, it was there. A massive mirror, an oak frame carved with intricate lilies. It was ancient, covered in a fine layer of dust, as if it had been hanging there for 100 years. It was beautiful, just as Chloe had said. It was perfect. I stood frozen. I couldn't look away. I was looking at it, and it was looking back at me. I saw myself in the mirror. My face was pale, my eyes wide with terror, my hair matted to my cheeks. I stood motionless. I couldn't move. I stared at my own reflection. It stared back at me. I wanted to step back. I wanted to scream, but my body wouldn't obey. I raised my right hand, slowly, trembling. In the mirror, my reflection did not move. It just stood there, its arms slack at its sides. I lowered my hand. It remained perfectly still. And then, very slowly, the thing in the mirror that wore my face, it smirked.